One of the great benefits for Curipod is they have a built-in preview section so that you can see what your students are going to see and make sure that everything's working properly. Open up your lesson and under Present, use the drop-down tab to choose Preview. Once in Preview, you'll be given two screens, one on a phone, which is the student view, and the other, which is the teacher view. It's important to note that anything you do in Preview will not be saved onto your actual lesson, so you don't have to worry about this. But you will need to use the phone icon here to sign in like you would as any other student. Once you've entered the presentation code on the phone and your real name, it will then give you a nickname so that you can answer anonymously and students don't have to feel self-conscious about how they're answering. Once I've gone back to the presentation, then I can go through viewing it as both a student and a teacher to check my interactivity. For each particular slide in Curipod, you're given a timer. This keeps the presentation moving, so set the time that you want students to answer and then choose Begin. You'll see on the phone, it now changes from waiting for a teacher to asking the question and allowing students to answer. Once students submit their answer, the words for this particular word cloud will populate on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and submit a couple answers here. In the settings feature, I've allowed students to submit up to 5 answers. So now as a teacher, I can authorize that I want to show the word cloud, but you'll notice on the student screen, it says it's all happening on the big screen and directs students back to the teacher. It's important that you keep in mind, teacher interaction is one of the most beneficial things. If you have an answer that you don't care for, as the teacher, you can choose that answer and delete it. So you have control over what your students will see. Now, as I continue through the presentation, you'll notice the student screen is still directing students to the teacher for their main focal point. However, when I move to a slide that requires an answer, you'll see the student screen changes as well. It now gives a Get Ready screen and allows students' attention to be given back to their device. I choose Start, and now the timer is running, and my students can answer this particular question. When they have finished, all of their attention will be redirected back to the front of the room.